Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another one. We are back out here at our house again. You can maybe see it on the other side of those pine trees. But now that things have dried up a little bit, we got the guys from Finney Trucking back out here again doing a little bit more work. As you can see, our driveway from this location has been pretty tore up. Frost has went out of the ground. Frost restrictions have actually just been lifted this morning. So that's why these guys got out here and are working on installing our driveway. Our driveway that will be coming from this direction. So they're gonna go ahead and level this all off on the driveway from this direction. The main one that we've been using for the construction process. But yeah, when that frost went out of the ground, you can kind of see everything just got all rutted up and the ground just kind of fell apart. So let me actually come over here to the ditch. They're working on putting the 6-inch SDR 35 across the driveway right now to try to start draining a little bit of the water that's on the other side of that driveway. Also this week, the gas line should be going in, so they're going to be running the gas line from behind me over probably right along where these white flags are up to the house, and this is where a power pole will be going as well. So they're going to come check the electrical, do an inspection, their pre-inspection checklist, make sure everything checks off that electrical has actually been inspected in the house, and then they'll give us a date for when the electricity will be installed. So let me walk up here. Let me actually flip the microphone around as well, and I'll show you right here what the guys just are finishing up installing. So see that green SDR 35 pipe. I think I talked about this in a few other videos. You know, we got all the water that's trapped over there on that side of the driveway. We didn't end up thinking that this was going to be an issue. We thought all this water drained down that direction, but actually it doesn't. It comes from our driveway over there and drains all down here along the side of the field. So we're kind of putting it back at a little bit of an angle in case we fill in the ditch up here a little bit further in front of the house. This will run straight through there, right where that ribbon is. So just going ahead, getting that installed. We'll probably put a little bit of a landscape drain right here in this corner area. And then they're going to be going to work on the driveway down here. So should be bringing in some more gravel today. We got to put another 10-inch culvert down across that driveway there. But yeah, the ground is still very wet, as you can see, all this water standing. The sand kind of feels like sinking sand when you walk on it. A lot of times we're going to be putting fabric underneath the gravel. We decide to go ahead and buy that. So hopefully that helps a little bit, but I'm not sure how much we're going to get done today. Might actually have to leave it for a little while, let all this water drain out, and come back at a later date and finish putting the gravel on the rest of the driveway. Jessica and I came out here. We actually kind of outlined where the ribbons are, where we want the gravel to be placed. So we'll go check out the driveway down there from that direction now. So here's the driveway from the other side. This will be our main driveway coming in. You can see the house back there in the background. And got the mini excavator over here now working on putting in this 10-inch culvert. So we'll come over here to this side. This is our fabric that will be going underneath the driveway, but that will not be happening today, and I'll show you why in a little while. So all this water is draining over to where that 6-inch SDR 35 pipe is right now. You can see the water over here on this side. So we're going to cut that up underneath the driveway, so all that water will drain over here to where this ditch is going and then head that way. So a lot of water in here, and if you take a look right up here, that skid steer has went across this about 4 times, and you can see the water just coming right to the surface. So all that water from over here on this side is just rising up to the surface. So that's why we're not going to go ahead and put any gravel today, because if you get that fully loaded truck with gravel, that's just going to sink right down through this. So hopefully it dries up fairly quickly now that these culverts are going in. Should be able to manage that water a little bit better. and hopefully dry up the property a little more. And up here, skid steer went across a couple times too. This was completely dry this morning, and now you can see how that water has just came right up to the surface. So we'll come over here, we'll check out where that 6-inch SDR 35 pipe is across now and draining out a little bit of the water. House is back here. We had quite a bit of wind the last couple days. Looks like the shingles have held up really well. The house wrap Tyvek has not did so well on this side of the house, but the other side still looks pretty good. So now all this water is coming from down there where that 10-inch culvert's going across, draining down through here. And this was all covered in water this morning, so I think this has already probably dropped about 6 inches, draining all this water out of here. Got the mini excavator stuck a little bit. Went ahead and pulled that out of there though. Tried dropping some pallets down in there for a little bit more traction. But you can maybe see, try to walk over here without sinking too much. You can see that water flowing down through here. And that 6-inch SDR 35 pipe is right down in here. So all that water is going down. And then I'll keep walking backwards. Show you guys where that crosses the driveway over here. So that's going right up underneath the driveway here and coming right over to out here on this side. You can see how fast it's flowing through there, almost filling the tube completely. And then all this water drains to the ditch behind me. So eventually we'll be bringing our drains from the garage area down into this ditch as well. Maybe some of the gutter downspouts we'll bring to this ditch so that, you know, we don't have water and erosion happening all around the house. Get that out way a little ways. But yeah, that's kind of what we're running into today. Water issues. It's always, you know, complicated issue managing water, and this is no different. But hopefully the next time they're going to come out again tomorrow, check and see how much the waters went down. We're supposed to get a little bit of rain a little bit later today. I'm going to be heading to the Sanford Dam in a little while to film an update there. You can see where I just stepped right there though, how much I sunk. But yeah, hopefully things start to dry up really fast. They can go ahead and get the gravel in through the driveway. Let's head on back now and watch them install this 10-inch culvert, and then watch that water start flowing from that side of the driveway over and around and out the 6-inch pipe. You can see that water draining across right here where the culvert will be going across. So it's already dropped about a foot from where it was in here. You can kind of see the water level up here on the trees as well as the bank. So I think it's going to drain out of here fairly quickly. It's kind of equalized, created a little bit of an equilibrium now. Finney Trucking is done for the day though, because not really anything else they can do. You know, we got to wait for the driveway to dry up, wait for a little bit of this water to get out of here. They're gonna come back again tomorrow, check it out, see if anything's dried up a little bit more. This is gone. Drop the 10-inch culvert in across here. And yeah, I'm thinking it's probably gonna take a good week though for things to start drying up. You can actually see right here that ice and snow. So there's actually permafrost that was underneath here yet. You can see a little bit more of that snow and ice over there on those chunks as well. So that's because we put this driveway in the middle of winter. They dumped all the sand on here, and see the frost is completely out of the sand now, but the clay that was underneath here still was kind of being insulated by the sand that we put on top of it. You can actually see that ice layer right in there. And this was always a low spot, so there was always kind of ice sitting in here. So that should hopefully thaw out even a little bit more now. over the next week. I think Sunday we're actually going to have some actually 70-degree day. I'm going to probably go fly the drone real quick, film a little bit of this, and then, like I said, head out to Sanford, film an update there. But hopefully later this week, you'll be hearing from me. I'll be out here filming a little bit more. Hopefully we'll be putting in some of that gravel down here and getting the driveway in. We're going to jump into the drone video now. You can see the driveway over here where the vibratory roller is, as well as the mini excavator is decent shape, but right here where that culvert needs to go is definitely still draining a lot more of that water out of there. At the time of me filming this voiceover, we are finally moved into our house. It took just under a year from start to finish, from us stripping the area where the house was going to be located to actually moving in. So pretty happy. Was phenomenal to work with Mark Hammond at Forever Built Homes, as well as Finney Trucking. Make sure you check them out in the description down below. But this is definitely our dream home. We are so happy with the work that has been done here. You can see with flying the drone here in this shot, it was starting to really come down with a little bit of snow, sleet, slush. Definitely was not helping the progress here of drying up the area in the driveway or around the house. We definitely had quite a few holdups. Main one was Consumers Energy getting electricity power here to the house. And then the other big holdup was, again, of course, getting the driveway in. That didn't really hold up any progress, though. The main holdup was actually that Consumers Energy. I think it delayed our project by about 2 to 3 months. We could have went ahead and told our builder to run off generators. However, that would have cost us a lot more to continue to have that forward progress. So we said we'll just hold off on the project until the power goes in, and then continue progress after that point. Great shot of the pond, though. This is filled up quite a bit more. I have some very exciting videos that I will be working on editing. Now that we are moved into our new house, I should be able to get through these fairly quickly. I'd like to get back to posting one new update video every week, but we actually ended up putting an entire sprinkler system in our yard, 2.5 acres of watered grass that is fed from the pond, and then we planted our grass seed this fall. So we have some nice lush green grass. You've probably seen my recent update short videos showing some of that more recent progress. Let me know if you continue to like those short videos. I think it's just a way of me, providing you quicker information, showing you more timely updates, because I do not need to edit those. I can just film them on my phone real quick, upload them, no editing required, and post them so that you're able to see that. Here's a great shot over here in our other driveway, though, where you can see the water flowing from the right-hand side to the left-hand side, passing underneath the driveway now that we have that 6-inch SDR35 pipe underneath there. And so far, this has worked great. We'll see this spring when we start getting some more water in this area, how things progress. But I did go ahead and I put that catch basin on there. You can see that black catch basin, so that if we do have a lot of water that ends up being on top of the ground here, this will go through this catch basin and go over to the other ditch. And then on the other side of this pipe, at the bottom of the screen, we ended up putting a 6-inch sock tile in there. So any water that is located on top of the ground here should drain through the ground, enter into that 6-inch sock tile, pass underneath this driveway, and exit over here in the ditch to just keep some of that water flow going. That is one of the biggest things, was actually constructing water management around this house, deciding where we were going to put the gutters, how we were going to dissipate the water out of the swamp area. And a lot of that we ended up doing by draining it to this ditch, as well as draining it to the pond. So come this next spring, it's going to be really exciting to see the pond fill up to its maximum height. Eventually it will reach an equilibrium that it will not be able to fill any further. It will spill over onto the grass. Once we see where that height will be, we might end up putting another culvert in, a 6-inch corrugated pipe out to another ditch that's on the back side of the property to be able to keep that pond level right where we want it to and not have it pouring over the edges of the pond. So we'll see when it comes to spring where that will be. Also at that time I'll be able to see what our max water level will be in that pond, and I will be able to start building the dock that's out there. So I got the post already in for that dock. I just need to go ahead and put the base where you would walk on there. Great shot with the drone though. You can see the outline of where we were planning on going ahead and making the driveway, and this is exactly where we ended up putting the driveway. Have a nice 30-foot approach here in front of the garage, and then a nice turnaround area we ended up adding as well. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you go down below, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and leave any questions and comments you have down below. Again, there will be a ton of more videos coming very soon. So until the next one, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.